Hello and welcome to your shout. Matt's video is going to be along in just a second. He's going to give you all his opinions on everything West Ham related. And I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that sent in the videos, and to let you know that you can also send your videos in to info@hammerschat.com. That is info@hammerschat.com. Just record, it's Tottenham fan, just record yourself on your mobile phone. Give all your opinions and then we'll upload it for you. It's as simple as that. We've had some great opinions already this week, so just have a look on the channel. Please make sure you're subscribed, and of course check in the link below and check through the OneFootball app, which will give you all the latest news, and you can tailor it to your own specifications. So if you just want West Ham news, you can just have West Ham news. That's the OneFootball app below. Anyway, we're on to Matt now. Let's hear what he's got to say.
So 2 games in and it's nil points for West Ham, and already the various websites and media are talking very negatively about the prospects for the season. And I thought it'd be good to have a blog just to sort of discuss what's happened, what I've seen, and just sort of gather my thoughts on it. First game of the season up at Liverpool, 4-0 loss. I predicted on the Hammers Chat Prediction League 4-1 to Liverpool, so I wasn't actually far off, and that was me being optimistic. We tried to play a system of the offside trap. It didn't work. Arguably one of the goals was offside, but the linesman and referee clearly don't agree with my view there. We kind of don't expect to get much up at Liverpool, so I wasn't overly concerned. I was concerned with the way we played, because we set up a system and we didn't stick to it. And if anyone wants to sort of catch up, watch Match of the Day 2. There's some really good analysis of the tactics that were introduced by Pellegrini, and how we stuck to it for the sort of first 5-10 minutes and then just lost our way. Bournemouth at home, you kind of expect to get a result. This was where our season was meant to start. Bournemouth certainly came. They played some good football, arguably exactly what we want to do. But we did try to play the ball from the back. We weren't lumping the ball up front. And there were some positive signs. Certainly Yarmolenko, when he came on, looks a really good player. And Sanchez surprised me actually when he came on for Noble, because he actually looks like a defensive midfielder, which is exactly what we needed. Noble, you could probably excuse his performance up at Liverpool. He was found wanting, but against Bournemouth certainly wasn't his best game for the Hammers. And if you look at the squad, Pellegrini's not going to suffer fools very gladly. He's dropped 3 players from Liverpool and they weren't even on the bench. So that kind of sends out a message to those players that they've got to be producing the goods in order to be in the team. If we look at the defence, Balboa, whatever his name is, I can never say it, the general, he looks all right, looks a reasonable defender. I think Ogbona's been a bit rusty, so arguably Diop has a chance to come in against Arsenal. I like Fabianski. I think he's a good, solid keeper, albeit it sounds bizarre saying that about a player that's conceded 6 goals already in 2 games. My concern at the beginning of the season was where the goals are going to come from, and Arnie certainly is the guy that's got to play the central position and not on the wing. And it was refreshing that he played Chicharito just behind Arnie. It didn't quite work, but I want to see more and more of that, certainly within the home games, and being attack-minded. Snodgrass is not the favourite player of West Ham fans. He certainly is up at Villa. He's warranted his place. He looks all right. He's sort of run out of puff a little bit against Bournemouth, but he's looking a useful player, and certainly Pellegrini's seen something he likes there, and hence the reason he's kept him on board. Anderson is not a Dimitri Payet, but again, he had to backtrack a lot with Masuaku behind him, and maybe when Cressy comes in, that'll work better, because Masuaku is great going forward, but he's certainly not a defender in my opinion. There's some good touches from Anderson as well, so to write him off again after 2 games is just ridiculous. Last season, lots of excuses. You could blame the ball. They weren't spending the money. This season, they've backed the manager with over 100 million plus. Again, negativity out there suggesting that just kind of gets us standing still. If we hadn't done it, we were dead certs for relegation, sort of citing Fulham as a good example of a club that spent some money. I disagree with that. I think we've backed the manager, we've brought in the players that he wanted within that budget. So the board can't be blamed at this point. Do we blame the manager after 2 games? It's ridiculous. Pellegrini's got good credentials. He's done very well abroad. He won the title with City. he will tinker with the team. He's brought in, he's got a squad at his disposal, and he's brought in his own backroom staff. So to get on at the manager at this early stage would just be silly. Does it take time to gel? I don't agree with that, really. You look at Everton. They've brought in a lot of new players and they've started off pretty well. So, again, I can't really look at that as an excuse. The one concern was Pellegrini said after the game against Bournemouth that too often when we sort of take a 1-0 lead, we want to sit back, and that was the old West Ham way, and there were players on the pitch doing that. Arguably, a lot of the players on the pitch were new players. They weren't used to sort of the David Moyes, Bilic type of football that we'd seen at the London Stadium. So, again, I don't think that's a valid excuse. It's still very early days. I'm not too concerned. I certainly expect West Ham to sort of be comfortably mid-table-ish. So keep the faith and come on, you Irons.